Hi everyone, welcome back again. And in this video, I will going to elaborate more on DEX function that we have discussed in the previous video. We have got a general overview about DEX, and in this video, we are going to specially focus on the filter functions, different kinds of filter functions that Power BI has. So to understand this filter function, we need to understand what DEX is, what calculate is. So let's start with first thing that DEX stands for data analysis expression that I have also clear you out in the previous video as well. It is a formula language used in Power BI, Power Pivot, and analysis services to create a custom calculation and aggregation. Think of it as a secret sauce that makes your data analysis powerful and dynamic. Let's start with calculate function, one of the most important function in DAX, that is calculate. Calculate allows you to change the filter that are applied to your data. Like if you are performing a calculation in the table of sales data with columns for sales amount and region, and if you want to find the total sales of a specific region, let's say West, you can calculate using the calculate function. So let me show you an example for this. Suppose I want to calculate the sales for the customer named John Smith, or I want to calculate the calculate the sales for order number 1001. So let's see how we can do it. Let me create a new measure, sales for order. This is how we define the name of our measure, and let me write the calculate function. You can see that the intelligence of Power BI is suggesting us the different kinds of function that it has. Let me select the calculate, and you can see that uh, Power BI gives us intelligence about what are the things that we need to add in this particular calculate function. So let's see calculate, and let me add sum function to calculate the sum of our sales. Let's see revenue in comma. You can see that we have a blued out text, that is filter. We need to provide filter for this. Let's see order number equals to 1001. So it has been calculated. Let's see if it is right or not. You can see that 100 is the value for order number 1001, 99.98. Let's validate it in the sales table. 99.98, that is the revenue that we have calculated. So when I made this formula, you can see that I have provided the filters over here. So that's we are going to talk about in this video. The specific is the filter functions in the Power BI and what are the different types of functions we have in filters. So let's start with first filter function, that is add missing. Add missing is used to include the row that might be missing from the table expression. This is helpful when you want to ensure that all categories are represented, even if they don't have sales. Let's say I have a table of product category and their sales. Some of the category might not have any sales data yet, and by the help of add missing ensures that these categories are still included in your analysis. So let's create a measure. Sorry, let's create a table and we will use the missing add missing item value over here. So you can see that I have made this add missing item and it will showcase the item number that is ordered by each order ID with total quantity, and it will be grouped by order number. So if an order ID has a multiple values or multiple rows or multiple values, then it can be summarized on the basis of that particular order ID. You can see that order quantity is 2, order number is this, and you won't see there is a duplicate value of any kind, any order ID. So now let's move on to our second function, that is earlier function. Earlier helps us when we need to reference a previous value in your table. Like suppose you want to create a running total of sales, like for this day I have total one sale, next day will be two sales, so running total will be three for the second day. So let's make a earlier function over here. Let me go to the supermarket sales table and remove this filter. Click onto the new column, and which will calculate the running total. That will be calculate. We will be calculating the sum of revenue, and filter will be applied on our date, because we want the running total for each and every date, right? So let's provide the name of our table. Filter context will take two things: the name of the table and the filter expression that we want to apply. Next we will apply the sales date, that is order date equals to earlier of sales, sorry, order date. You can see that the running total is calculated over that date. Like I have order date of 1 January. 1 January you can see that 129.97, and the 2nd January will be added. The sales on that date will be added with the sales of previous date, like 1st of January plus the 2nd January. Okay, next we have earliest. Earliest is kind of similar to the earlier, but it helps you when you need a reference of the first value in your table. Let's say you want to calculate the total sales from the first recorded date up to the each current date. So I will tell you the difference between both of them. The earlier will use the row context, it will iterate over the row and it will not keep the historical record or historical data. Whereas earliest will compare each and every record with that current ID or row. Like for the earliest order number 1001, it will calculate for all of them, like where this order number stands for all of them, at what rank this number stands. So this is what earliest does. And earlier will look into the, if I have this duplicate value 1001, earlier will look for the 1001 value and it will compare both of them. So that is the difference between earlier and earliest. I will show you one clip also for the earliest, so that you will get more better understanding about it. You can see that I have this calculated column, and the rank x will be the function. The outer row context is that something the customer ID will look over all of the customer, that if it is how where it stands on the basis of that customer. So this is what nested row context is, and this is what inner row context. Next we have the filter. Filter function is also very common. It will return a table that contain only row that meet a certain condition, like what I have done in the starting of the video. Like I have filtered the sales for the order ID 1001. So this is what filter does is, suppose I want to see the sales of years. I only have these sales over here, but suppose I want to see the sales for year 2023 only, then it will show me the sales of 2023 only. This create a new table with only sales record from 2023. So that is the backend mechanics of Power BI, is that it will filter the data on the basis of 2023 only. And what is filters is, filters return a table of a value that are being filtered. It's often used inside the calculated function. For example, you can use filters to see if current filter context include the specific region or not. So filters is, I will show you what I have created in this. Filter is like I want to filter if there is only one region selected or returns that region name. I will also show you has one filter as well. With this has one filter, has one value with filters. So let me create one measure. Region, select customer filter. If has one value, what has one value does is it will let you select only one value. It will check if there is one value selected or not. If it is one value selected, then it will show that particular value in the visual, and if not, then it will show the multiple customer selected. So let me add the customer name as one value, customer name, comma, values of the region, value of customer name. So in this measure, what this measure is doing is it is checking if I have selected one customer or not. Let me show you an example for this. Let's add one slicer. Let's add one slicer which will contain the customer name, and I will also add my measure customer filtered over here. Customer filtered. So it is not showing anything right now because we have not selected anything. So let me select this. It will show, just a second, customer name. And so when I select John Smith, it will show John Smith. If I select John Smith and Jane Doe, then it will show the multiple customer over here. So has one value, and a filter does the same thing, that if my value is selected right or not. So this is it for today's video. Next we will jump on to the logical dex function, different kinds of logical dex function, and we will do the practical example for all of them. So stay tuned. Thanks everyone.